Thank you. Peace. All right, we ready?
How good is a night like tonight feel like?
Definitely. No, this is a good win. Very good win for us. I mean, obviously, stating all the obvious facts. First division game. Just, we played some really good football week 1 and 2. When we watch it tomorrow, there's going to be definitely things we want to clean up. But thought the energy that we came in with tonight, just from the get-go. I mean, I think our team's is well conditioned. I thought that showed up early. Love the fight of the guys. We just had one unfortunate turnover down there, but it's you beat a division opponent by 2+ scores. It's a good win.
Talk about the balance on offense with passing and run, and also play the offense and the defense, because defense may have had their best game since you've been here.
Yeah, definitely. No, I mean the defense set the tone. We went down and scored, but defense responded right after their fumble touchdown. But that's when you talk about complementary football. That's what you're looking for. I think all 3 phases contributed to the win. They have a good return game that was in check. Greg did a great job getting the ball into the end zone for the kickbacks. But defense played with tremendous energy. And this was a different offense. Just enormous amount of screens. A lot of space. A lot of speed, and I thought our guys throughout the week did a great job of recognizing it. And the communication on the field was really good. But, hey, once again, we played a lot of young guys again tonight. We're getting better. We got a lot of room to grow, and that's what's exciting.
Coach, how happy are you for Dak, considering this is the first home game that he's played since that injury? For him to have the success that he had, how happy are you for him?
I'm very happy for Dak. I think any of us that have had a chance to witness how much he puts into it, and he's just a great leader for our football team. He's obviously playing the quarterback position at a very high level right now, and but I think it's like a lot of things in life. You get what you put into it, and he's off to an excellent start.
Mike, how much more creative and innovative is this offensive game plan this year compared to last year? I know you guys lost a lot, so I don't know if this is new or if that was just because of the injuries last year.
I mean, really, it's hard when it gets time for comparables, even on schedules and game plans. I look at how things were here in 19. I look how things were other places in 19. It's last year's just not a very good comparable for us to really get a lot of good information out of. So yes, I think Kellen's been extremely creative. I thought the run game adjustments throughout the game were very good. Just the way you saw the way they played us, coming out. The shell game was intact, and I thought we did a really good job up front handling their big guys.
You made Zeke a captain before the game, so I guess the work you did in practice this week. Did you see something this week that didn't show up? He had a big game today with 17 carries and 95 yards.
Well, we do the weekly captains. Frankly, we start to recognize internally who's going to be those captains, offense, defense, and special teams, and Zeke was a captain for the offense this week.
Yeah, I mean, he's talking about his game, and what did he show? Did you see a big game from him?
Oh yeah, he played. I mean, I thought he played. Probably his best game of the year. So ran hard, a lot of hard inside runs. I thought we did a really good job keeping both our backs square downhill. That was the emphasis, and I thought our guys delivered.
Play callers get in zones, and is Kellen in one? I mean, you know how hard it is.
Oh, I think so. Yeah, definitely. I think it's speed, tempo, pace. All those things are important. But yeah, he's getting around his call sheet very well. I think that we've had 3. This game is probably a little similar to last week. So and that's the way these defenses have chose to play us the last 2 weeks. They looked like they were clouding Amari a lot. So our guys have done a great job reacting to it.
What did you learn about Trayvon Diggs tonight? It's his 3rd straight game with an interception, but how did he show you even at another level?
So competitive. I mean, that's who we see every day at practice. Really since he's been here, he's clearly on a roll right now. I mean, he's in his zone. Matchup wise, he's taking the best receiver. We weren't in that format tonight, but he's playing at a high level.
The difference for Diggs from year 1 to year 2, just the comfort and his technique.
I think clearly the comfort, but I think like a lot of these guys in the NFL, it's the second year now. You know what to expect. I would say his conditioning and all that. His conditioning was good last year, but just he's better physically prepared to play this year. So he's had an off season. He's had a full off season instructional, as far as what the defense is. So I think he's seeing it clean and. And the guy's got phenomenal hand-eye coordination. I mean, just the way he breaks on the ball, and he's got as fine as hands that I've seen in the back end in a long time.
The receivers get a lot of attention on the offense, but what about Dalton Schultz and what he's turned into in the game?
Yeah, Dalton's really picked up where he left off last year. And I really like the combination of him and Blake. But Dalton's very instinctive. He's one of those guys that's first in, last out, puts in the extra time. Yesterday after practice, out there for a good 20 minutes afterwards, on the jug machine. So a great example of what you put into it is what you get out of it. So I look at Dalton as he had a great year last year. He played at a very high level. I guess that's my phrase for tonight. But he's. I think he's off to a heck of a year.
One of your scoring drives, you're in 2 tight ends the entire, all 6 plays. Can you just speak to what you guys can do out of that formation and how that affects the defense?
Well, I think the biggest thing is the ability to get in and out of 12 and 11. But when you're in 12, you always have the threat of 8-gap run formations and get 3-man services, 4-man services. So it just gives us a higher variety to run the football. And off of that, maybe get to some action pass. We didn't get a whole lot of it today, but yeah, it just gives us a lot of flexibility in our run game.
Before he got hurt last season, Dak was putting up some really big numbers. But do you think he's playing better now in these first 3 games than even when he was putting up big numbers last year?
I think he's clearly playing better now, in my opinion. I mean, last year we were in track meets last year. This is clearly a different football team than last year. You're seeing 3 games where I feel like we've been very complimentary, both offense and defense, and he's doing a lot in the run game, as far as handling the checks and things like that. But yeah, I feel he's playing better this year than last year.
Mike, your thoughts on Micah tonight, and did you need him more defensive end again tonight based on the guys you got out?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's really we let the game plan dictate it. So I mean that's primarily where going into the game was where his focus, and we were really keen on Jalen Hurts and different combinations of things they do with just the dive options and the screens and the perimeter game. So we just I like the way Dan mixed the personnels and but yeah, I thought Mike had a nice night. He had a lot of penetration.
Sorry, it's only 3 games, but to get to 2-1, something you guys couldn't get above 500 last year. Does that mean anything?
I'm going to use the answer I used before. Last year's not a very good comparable. So, no, we're a different football team. I think we all recognize that respectfully, and we've played some good football these first 3 games. But what I'm most excited about is how young we are, and our young guys are getting an opportunity. Probably before you would prefer it, but the guys stepping up, and the vets are doing a great job pulling them along. So. I'm hopeful this will pay dividends, as we move forward.
Yeah, we talked about Micah, but Osa Odigizua, his big game today.
Yeah, definitely. No, and you can see it building. He's very super professional for a young guy, and it's good to get Chauncey out there also. And I thought Bohannon did some nice things too. But yeah, Osa's getting more and more responsibility as this thing builds.
Short week, how do things change in preparation for next Sunday now?
Well, I mean, it's everybody's usually plays a Monday night game, so the players will be off tomorrow, and then we'll be back at it Wednesday. It'll affect the way we practice. Our meetings will be the same Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but it'll affect the way we practice Wednesday and Thursday.
You anticipate getting Neal or Nye back?
I don't know that. I haven't checked on them today. They're still in the protocol.
At the end of the half, you had a chance to call a timeout, but just kind of let the clock run.
Yeah, that was clearly a decision. It was to take the lead. Going to halftime, I was comfortable based on where the ball was at.
Thank you.
Thank you.